Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a full elf face today, so super excited. I never did one of these, so I have a good bunch of products here, so let's jump right in. So for primer, I'm going to be using the elf mint melt cooling face primer. Sorry it's a little dirty, clearly I've used it a few times, so we're gonna let's do like 3 pumps. My skin is on the drier side, so I like to look as hydrated as possible. And if you don't like a chocolatey mint scent, this is exactly what this scent is. It's definitely not my favorite, but I'm definitely a bargain shopper and I like getting stuff on sale. Everything I bought when it was on sale, so with my own money, so I like saving money when I buy things. So this does get nice and tacky, which is nice. It's thick, so cool. Next, I'm gonna put a little bit of the elf dewy setting spray. I don't like how this sprays. It like kind of like shoots out. It's not like an even mist, so that's the only thing I don't like about this product. I'm gonna use this beauty sponge. The only thing I'm not using that's elf is pretty much the applicators for my makeup, so just keep that in mind. All right, so just want to pat the primer in. Okay, so next thing I want to do is use concealer. So I think first I'm going to use the elf Cameo color corrector in the shade orange. I used to color correct like all the time, and then I kind of like stopped. Couldn't really tell you why, but today I want to color correct any dark marks. If you see me looking down, it's because I have this little mirror right here, so I can just see a little bit better. So I'm gonna put, I think, a little bit right here by my nose. Oh, this is on the brighter side. Put a little bit under my eye, and then I have some dark marks on my face that I want to put a little coverage on. I have right here, here, yeah. So I'm going to start blending this out. I have this, I think I'll use the smaller one. This is from AOA Studio. I'm just gonna blend where I put the orange corrector out. Again, this is just to help with any like dark marks or discoloration that I have. I'm sure I probably missed some things, but that's okay. I'm not looking for perfect. But I'm hoping I like a lot of these products. A lot of these products have really good reviews on them, especially the elf Cameo concealer. This will be the first time I'm using it. I've tried their other like regular concealer that they had before, and I didn't really care for it. I feel like it made me crease, like it didn't really cover anything. So I'm hoping this Cameo one is a little bit better with coverage. And we shall see. What I forgot to do? For lip, that's fine. We're gonna use whatever we have left over on the brush to blend that out. A little bit here, blend that out. So I know I'm gonna look a little bit crazy, but it's okay. This is all temporary. This is a trust the process kind of moment. I do right here. I don't know if anyone else gets this because I wear glasses. I get the little bruises on my nose. Like, I want them to go away so bad. If y'all have any tricks or tips to get rid of them, please share them. But we are slowly but surely trying to get rid of them. LASIK surgery, here I go. It's definitely something I've been thinking about. Okay. Okay, so now that we're looking orange, I'm gonna go over with my regular concealer. I don't know if I should let this set a little bit. Okay, so actually instead of doing the concealer, I'm gonna do the elf Halo Glow Liquid Filter Glow Booster for Radiant Skin. I've heard really good things with this. Shake it a little bit. And I have it in the shade Deep Rich, so we'll see how this looks on me if I can open it. Oh, keyword if I open it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna put, because I know this is like a doe foot applicator, I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. Just a few. I don't know how many you're supposed to do, because I don't know how much. It's probably just based off of coverage, I'm assuming. Like 5 for that. Ooh. So now I'm gonna take my beauty blender and then just blend it into my face. See how that looks. I don't want anything really heavy, so I'm hoping this doesn't go on heavy. It just gives like a, you know, nice decent coverage over any of my hyperpigmentation, especially after putting the orange corrector. Let's see. I like how light it is. It doesn't feel like heavy on the skin, which I appreciate. I'm gonna put, I think, a few more pumps. 1, 2, let's do one more for good measure. Just because I want to make sure it's evenly like put all over my face, so I'm just gonna tap a little bit here. I'm gonna go over my nose a little bit up here, and I'll put a little bit on the center of my forehead. So I'm gonna bronze it. Alright. I think it looks nice so far. It definitely looks light. It feels light on the skin. I don't feel like I look like a disco ball right now. So far, so good. Okay, so now since I've had some time for the concealer to do, I'm gonna do the like a contour, but I'm gonna use the Cameo concealer in the shade Rich Walnuts. I'm just gonna contour here. Still not look as dark as I thought it was going to, but it's okay. We're gonna figure it out. Put a little bit underneath my chin. Okay. And then we take the other concealer. This is the Hydrating Cameo Concealer in Deep Olive. I'm gonna put this under my eye. And just anywhere else I want to highlight. So I'm gonna put a little bit right here on my chin, a little bit here on my upper lip, a little bit here in the center of my forehead. Here, dots under my eye. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of setting spray just because I want my face to look very dewy. And I'm going to start with the darker shade and work my way to the lighter one. I am in no way, shape, or form a professional makeup artist. This is just something I do in my free time and I've loved to do, and I've been actively on YouTube University learning for years and years and years. So I just use things that I've learned on here, that I've seen other people do, make my own spin on it as well. So obviously tweak your order how you see fit. This is just the order that I'm doing. Let me just blend around so it doesn't look too bright. My upper lip. It's funny because sitting like this, I realize how bad like my posture is. I'm sitting horribly. Okay, just gonna put the edges to the center of my forehead. Okay. Also, I noticed it's a little dry. I'm gonna add a little bit of my setting spray on it too. This one's looking crazy. And I'm gonna go in with my blending out the concealer. Try not to blend it out too high, just stopping right like under where my eyebrow, like the tail end of my eyebrow. I want it to look really seamless. I'm gonna go over it anyway with the back of the beauty blender so it doesn't look too crazy. But so far, like, everything feels light, nothing feels heavy on the skin or like irritated. Granted, I know most of e.l.f.'s products are vegan and like cruelty free, but that doesn't mean that all the, you know, products they put in are healthy for our skin just because they were not tested on animals. But, you know, something to keep in mind when picking out a product. Okay, I think it looks good though. I think everything looks really good right now. Okay, so that was pretty much all the liquid products I had. So now we're gonna go into more of the dry products. So, oh, I lied. I do have a liquid highlighter. This is the Jelly Highlighter in Dew. It's funny because most of these I've never, like, I think all of this, almost all of this I've never used before. I figured since I've acquired all these things over time, I might as well try them all out and see how they look on my skin. And see if this can be a nice glowy summer look. Alright, so I'm only going to take a little bit just because I don't know how this is going to blend out. So I'm going to blend it on my back of my hand. I'm just going to put a little bit on my nose. Like that. Just because I know how some highlighters can be like super pigmented. I only want like a little bit. So put a little bit right here and right here. Just subtle, not like anything too crazy. Alright, but that's all the liquid products now. It's really pretty on the nose though. Alright, so as far as powders go, I have a primer infused blush in Always Spicy, so I'm going to take this out. Am I find a good fight trying to get this out? If I get it out at this point. I have this is like an old Wet n Wild brush, so I'm gonna just take some of this, my hand, just pat it upwards, right under my eye, right on the top of my cheek. Swirl it some more, pat it, back of my hand, same thing. A little bit on the top of my nose. I think it looks really pretty. I like the color payoff. Okay. And I have a pressed powder and then a highlighter. So what I might do, just try to swatch some of this off and go in with a little bit with the pressed powder. set my smile lines. Like a weird smell to it. I don't know. Press under my eye. I don't care for like fragrances on my makeup. I feel like it's like unnecessary, but I know some people like it. But girl, I don't need it to smell like nothing. Yeah, I don't like how this smells, to be honest with you. Not a fan. This is the Sheer Tint finishing powder. I don't know. Unless it's the brush. Could be the brush. So I've had it a long time. Okay, so that is that. And then I have the... I don't have anything to set my bronzer with as far as e.l.f. wise. I do have some eyeshadow. So this is their Rose Gold Sunset Palette. I think I'm going to put a little bit on my eyes. So I open it. Oh, here we go. Peel it open. At least there was instructions on this one. Alright. Let me just go over with a little bit of concealer on my eye just to make it easier. Everything will blend. Okay. That's as good as that's gonna get. I'm gonna go over a little bit with my setting powder if I can find a brush. Just alright. Next, I'm gonna use this AOA Studio High Def Brush E114. I'm gonna use this darkest shade. I don't think these like have names, but this darkest shade at the end, I'm gonna use that. Just add some color and dimension, a little like shadow there. Not too much, just a little bit. Next thing on the other side. These are like not the best brushes, but they were like cheap. So we're gonna make it do what it do. That's what I got. Right. So I use that. Then I think I'm gonna use this shade right next to it to go towards the middle. Right here. Just so it's not too plain. And then on the center, I'm just gonna go in with this like copperish, pinkish, sparkly color right here. I'm just gonna go over everything on top with it. Just to add some color. This is actually really pretty. Alright. Keeping it simple. And then I had their highlighter in Metallic Flare Highlighter 24 karat gold. Just go over the face because now you can't really see the color of the highlighter after the blush. So let me add that. Jesus Christ, I just broke that. Okay. God, I didn't. I don't see that. And I'm just gonna use my finger. Go over the nose one more time. I don't know what happened to my camera, but we moved over to my phone for now. But I'm just gonna set. And that will conclude the video. I think it looks really pretty. There's some products I like and some I don't. Oh my god, I almost forgot lip. Okay, so I have this Mint Melt Lip Pumping Gloss in chocolate chip. So I'm gonna use this today. I mean, I'm forgetting lip. I cannot. Okay. Alright. Put this on. It has that mint smell like the primer does, so if you don't care for it, I'm not gonna be a fan. But it looks pretty on the lips, I would say. It's supposed to be plumping, so I know it's gonna start burning or whatever, but this is pretty much the finished look. So the products I really liked was this. I think is really pretty on the skin, the Halo Glow. I think the palette is really pigmented, especially for your buck. I think this jelly highlighter is absolutely beautiful on the skin. I like how that came out. I like the concealers. Definitely like that there's an orange corrector that you can actually see on your skin and just blend out. And I think this hydrating concealer in the Cameo have a nice finish on the skin. So those are definitely like my favorites out of all of them. Also the blush. I think the blush is really pigmented as well on the skin. And again, e.l.f. is very affordable. So the fact that a lot of these products you can get for a good rate is really good. Oh, the last thing I need to try is this e.l.f. Lash Extender Mascara Length and Definition. Heard good things about it, so let's see what the hype is all about. I just got it in black. I didn't get like brown, blue, just did it in black. So let's see how this comes out. I like how the brush is. I don't know if you guys can see. It's better. Probably should have curled my lash before, but it's okay. We're making do with what we have. Do you guys have like a preferred method on how you guys do your mascara? I like to do like the left to the right to the middle kind of thing, and then just brush it out. So this is the side that's done. This is not so far. This is just one coat. I'm just going over everything with it. Do the bottom lash. Alright, let me do this side. I'm starting to feel the plumping method on my lips, so like this shit's starting to sting a little bit. So just try and, like, the hardest part for me is getting these inner lashes. Left, right, side to side. And I feel like one side always looks better for me. I don't know if it's because like I'm right-handed or whatever, but I feel like one side always looks better. Even when I do like my lashes myself, I feel like one side looks better than the other. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Let's see the bottom lash. I'm only gonna do one coat, but this is pretty much the finished look. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like I look very bronze, like I just came from the beach and I got a lovely tan. I like the nice glow to the skin too, but comment down below what you guys think of the look. What are some products you like from e.l.f. that you recommend I try? And until next time, have a great overall day and see you soon.